All right, today is August 17th, and starting today and on, we're going to be doing the business a little bit differently. Not too much, not a whole lot is changing if you really think about it. The biggest fear of real estate agents right now is not that the fact that the commissions disappeared from the MLS. I would say the biggest one is the conversations we have to have and that agreement that we have to have with the buyers. A lot of agents are not used to signing agreements with buyers, and well, now we all require it and we will all have to do it in order to show homes. So on this video, I kind of wanted to share like my script of talking to buyers, and I will share the process and my words for words, and then you'll maybe pick up something and maybe you'll adjust yours, or maybe if you don't have yours, then just use this one. Basically, here's the process. Here's how I do it in the process. Usually, if I get a call, I would book a consultation. And I think the consultations right now would be very, very, very important. This is going to be an opportunity for buyers to interview you and see if they like you, things like that. Before there could be some buyers that would be calling couple agents and have a couple of them work. And if you don't ask if you're working with another agent, they never tell you that. So most of the times buyers usually have one agent, but sometimes they have couple. So now, if you do it right and the way I'm going to lay it out right now, you won't have that situation anymore. So I would book in a consultation. I really strongly suggest to have a consultation. Basically, you're going to say that let's meet for 30 minutes. I'll show you all the process. I'll show you everything and how I work and how everything, how much everything costs. I'll give you all the guides and some brochures, so just so you have it and you're equipped. And then we'll get to meet each other and see if you like how I work. And I kind of make a joke out of it, and we kind of laugh here and there. But when I book a meeting and when we have a consultation, I will typically go over everything, like when learning about them. They see how I talk, how I look, how everything, how I kind of act, and then we build some little rapport. We start laughing here and there. Then I tell them all the process, um, how everything goes and how much everything costs and what kind of cost they need to budge for. And then at the end of the day, I mean, at the end of the consultation, I'll show them, a representation agreement. And I say, I don't know if you've heard about it, the whole lawsuit, nationwide lawsuit about real estate commissions. But basically, the bottom line is that now before showing homes, we have to have an agreement. This is an agreement that we are provided with. Basically, it has the terms of our agreement and it has the fee. Those are the basic things in the agreement. The terms I like to put usually is 6 months because that's what's typically taking us to find a home and close on it for our clients. And the fee is X% over here. So basically, I'm gonna go to get to the seller to get that fee paid by the seller, so you don't have to pay it. And most of the times, we'll be successful with that. If you find that house that when the seller doesn't want to pay that fee, we can still build it into the price, meaning we can increase the price on that amount, and then the seller gives you credit. So then you'll have the money to pay for it. There's some limitation in terms of lending in that, but once we get there, we'll discuss. And if there's a situation there you don't feel comfortable and the numbers don't work out and you don't like it, you don't have to buy the house, basically. Or you can still pay this out of your pocket, which is typically would be a third option. Usually you will have one of those first two options executed, but it's your decision, and the way you want to do it is totally fine. Basically, also, if you don't buy a house, you don't have to pay this. And honestly, the way I work is that if you feel like I'm not a good job, not doing a good job, not a good agent for you, just write me an email and cancel this anytime. Even though we have to have this for 6 months, just so I don't have to keep track of the dates and extend. Because if I have a couple clients, we might lose the expiration date, and if we do that, then I'm in trouble. Then it's just make it this a little bit easier. But again, if you don't buy, you don't pay. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the script that goes in there. And I've done this a couple times already, and I've spoken with some buyers on the phone. Um, if you've just been confident, and you just have to realize that everybody's doing it. It's not like your company made you do it and other companies don't do it, and now it's like a friction. Everybody does it. And obviously you need to talk about the important steps in the contract, but if you're talking too much, um, it becomes that it's a weak conversation. So Just explain the most important things and just accept it that it has to be done. And they will accept that it has to be done. And they sometimes will sign it at the table, or you can give it to them so they take it home and read through it. And before the showing, remind them to bring it back or email it to you. Um, email it to you. That's fine as well. You can also send them the copy through an email. You can send the copy through your potential clients right now as well. Um, have it somewhere handy in your email box, just so you can forward it easy. Name the subject exclusive representation agreement. We also created a showing agreement that makes the conversation easier even. Like it's a one page that has the terms of fee. Um, in there, and you can show a house a couple times with that, but after the showing agreement you still have to sign the exclusive representation agreement. You can do it non-exclusive, but you know, do exclusive. You still have to do, after showing agreement, the exclusive representation agreement, but maybe it's easier way for you to get to start showing. Like you can, if you maybe working with some online leads and there's really no connection there, no relationship, they don't really want to come for consultation, they just want to see the house. So you're going to sign that agreement before entering the house, and then you're going to go into more conversations. This is designed for those specific reasons. But honestly, the fact that the fee is removed from the MLS, my honest opinion is that good, because I've started seeing that being all over the place, and then a lot of agents don't even know about the compensation addendum, the fact that you could have asked and got more. And now everybody knows about the compensation addendum, because now you are representing buyers. That's going to be your go-to form. You're going to be sending an offer and sending compensation addendum all the time. That's how you're going to do it. And you're going to dictate the fee you want to get. Well, of course, you're going to get a hold of the listing agent and find out how much they are offering. But what if they're offering like way less from what you're worth? Then you're going to be using the compensation addendum. You're always going to be using basically the compensation addendum. So honestly, if somebody tells me like right now we can put that fee back, I don't want it. Honestly, I don't want that fee in the MLS anymore. Gone, good. Honestly, the contract that we're gonna have with the buyers, good, because that's gonna create an industry much better. Now it's going to be professional people that are not afraid to show their value. It's like any contractor doing any sort of work on your house typically will sign an agreement, and typically will get even 50% up front with no problem. You will send it and you will get the job done, and there's nobody else who's coming in next day and redoing their job. Exclusive. We agreed on 5,000, you got paid 5,000 or whatever the fee is. And if you got paid more from a neighbor or anybody else because you made me, you did some work on my house, I kind of want to know about it. And maybe if you got paid because of you did something, maybe we need to share. Or maybe because you were so good, maybe you deserve that. So basically the agreement says that if you agree on X%, but you got X plus Y, that plus Y needs to be negotiated, like needs to be disclosed to the buyer, and then the buyer and agent decides what they want to do with that Y. And that also makes sense. A lot of things make sense, to be honest. First, you're like, oh my God, it's a big change. I hate it. Um, and lawyers, everybody are just making money on this. This is killing the real estate agents. But it's just making agents better. If you're watching this video all the way till this far, you're a committed agent. And because you're a committed agent, this little script to explain a 2-page contract, 4-page in our case, but 2 of these pages are just, you don't fail, you just fill a couple spots. Um, no big deal. If you're confident in yourself and you know the value, and you're going to be doing a great work for your clients, should be no problem. Um, so 3 options the buyers have, right? The agent will ask for the fee. Make sure you explain that my fee, I'm gonna go to the seller and get it, so you don't have to pay. But if the seller doesn't want to pay, I'm gonna let you know. And the other option is for us to build it into the price, meaning increase the price and get that amount back in terms of credit for you. So you get cash at the closing, and that's you have money to pay me. Basically, that's how it's always been. It's never been for free. It's always been into the price, and then the seller pays from the price. Um, Now it's going to be the same thing, basically. But if that doesn't happen because of the appraisal issues or bank sort of issues or something like that, well, then you'll have to come up with your own funds. And if you don't want to buy the house because of it, we move on to another house, basically. So, and if you don't buy a house, you don't pay me. It's only owed if you buy a house. So, honestly, guys, I don't think there's any issues there. And please don't be afraid of disagreement. Keep it handy. Keep it in your email box. Keep it in your chats. Keep it printed in your car. It has to be in the office. Got to be everywhere. Disagreement got to be everywhere, and you got to be talking to everybody about it. Just so you get the skills going, your scripts going, role play with your partners in the office. Um, Change is good. Embrace the change, and you know become the best, basically, because this industry is going to get even better. I'll see you in the next one.